Hello and welcome in, you guys. It's been a long 2 weeks, but we're here yet again to go over the 1132 brief spoilers. So typically I don't go over the bullet points word for word, but there's just not a lot of spoilers this time around. So I thought, why not? Might as well throw it on here. And yeah, with that being said, let's just hop right into it. To start things off, like I said, only 4 bullet points. The first bullet point says, the Straw Hats, including Luffy, arrive at the village in the center of Elbaph, where Road is defeated by Garrett and Goldberg. So, as you can tell, you know, some time has passed here. I feel like once we get the full spoilers, all of this will be explained, like how Luffy got up there, how he met up with the group, and why Road is defeated. Of course, we kind of know why, but I want to see like the context behind it, right? Do they have a conversation, or do Garrett and Goldberg just show up and whack him in the back of the head, right? And also, why was Road chasing Zoro in the group? Was he trying to run the fight back, or was he trying to apologize and just, you know, live up to his mistakes? I don't know. Either way, Road is done. And also, as far as Luffy goes, it doesn't really say what his decision was, right? Did he want to go find the keys for Loki, or did he tell Loki to, you know, take a walk, buddy? We don't know yet, but of course, like I said, full spoilers will explain all of this. So now, the next bullet point says, everyone reacts to the breathtaking scenery of Elbaph, while a narration box describes its grandeur. So yes, it looks like this is going to be a fun chapter. And what I mean by that is that we will just, you know, get engrossed into Elbaph culture. We'll see what the giants are like, what they're wearing, you know, what buildings they got, what they're doing. We're just going to fully hop in to Elbaph right here. And typically we get these very early on into arcs. Didn't exactly get it this time though, because, you know, Rodo kind of put a bump in the road for us. But yes, it looks like we are just going to explore, have some fun here. And when they do say the Straw Hats arrive at the village, I wonder if that includes Robin, Frankie, and all them, or if they're still off the coast of Elbaph and they're working their way up currently. You know, based on these spoilers, it doesn't really specify where they are right now. So, the next bullet point, it says the chapter concludes with a note from Louise AR, the same person who documented the adventure in Little Garden. It says, don't linger in Elbaph for too long. So when I read that, I was kind of taken aback because this right here is a massive callback. So when we first got to Little Garden, I forgot what it was, but the guy said something silly. Let me look it up real quick. But it was like very on the nose, and we got the name drop of Louise AR, Bragman even. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then they just never mentioned him again until a couple years ago when Oda and Toei and Shueisha, Oda's team and all them, they opened a gym in Tokyo called Bragman One Piece. And it's like, what? You know, Bragman? Like, this hasn't been mentioned for like 900 chapters. Okay, I got it pulled up right here. So Louise AR note, when we first got to Little Garden, it says in his book, to its inhabitants, the island is truly a little garden. Therefore, we're gonna call it Little Garden, the land of giants. Quoted by Louise AR note, or hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. Explorer is his title. And you see the Bragman book in the background, and it has a very interesting line right above that. Right above the title, it says, this book is a romantic fiction. You might be wondering, what the hell does that mean? I don't even really know for sure, right? Romance has been thrown around a lot in the world of One Piece. Chapter 1, Romance Dawn. Oda's prequels, Romance Dawn. And then Frankie, when he heard about Vegapunk's theory about the Void Century, he said that was a really romantic tale. So yes, Oda is throwing the word romantic out there. I'm sure it's like exaggeratory or just something insane, something unbelievable, something really cool. Oda kind of conflates that word with a lot, which I think makes a lot of sense, right? And I feel like since we got this this note from Louise AR here at the very end of the chapter, I do wonder if Bragman will be very important when we hit the Void Century, or when we learn about the One Piece even. You know, Louise AR, I mean, I doubt anybody expected this guy to make an appearance all the way here on Elbaph, right? It kind of seemed like a forgotten thing. But then again, to back up how important Bragman might be, it has made some appearances in non-canon things as well. Like, I believe it made an appearance in One Piece Odyssey, which was their latest game. And then, like I said, it made an appearance in actual Japan with the gym called Bragman. So it's really interesting that Oda's been pushing this on the side for so long. And it definitely shows that he's still thinking about this to this day. You know, Louise AR note, Bragman, it might become really important down the road. So as far as his note goes, it's very ominous. Don't linger in Elbaph for too long. What the hell does that mean, right? Because when we hit Little Garden, it was on the nose. This place is massive. It's a garden for giants. Little Garden, right? Like the guy was like ABC. But for here, I like to imagine this is also on the nose. Like, do not stay here for too long. But why? Right? He doesn't say why you shouldn't linger here. Is it because the giants are killers? Because they're going to kick you out? Or is it because of something else? Is it an illness? Is there a curse here in Elbaph? What did Louise AR note see hundreds of years ago to make him say this? To say, hey, do not come to this island and stay for that long. Like, just stay away, you know? Come here for a day or two or something, but just do not linger. We don't know, and it's hard to make speculations on this, right? Like I said, I thought that it might be a curse, maybe an illness, but I don't know. Like, I don't think it's a villain, per se, that Louise AR note is referring to, because this book was made a long, long time ago. Giants do live for a long time, but I doubt Louise AR note was referring to a person. You know, happy to be proven wrong, but I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. What do you think about these ominous words, right? Is he on the nose? Is he beating around the bush? Is it a person, illness? Where are you at with this cliffhanger? And speaking of cliffhangers, we do have one more bullet point. It says, on the final page, there's a silhouette walking through the woods of Elbaph. All right, Oda, man, dude, he's like a fiend when it comes to these silhouettes. He just cannot stop. How many silhouettes, Oda? How many? When is enough enough? I feel like whenever Oda's finished with One Piece, he's really just gonna miss drawing silhouettes, man. Like, he's gonna wake up in the middle of the night saying, I gotta draw a silhouette real quick. But yes, we got another one right here, and we don't get too much context as to what it's about. Of course, like I said, once we get the full spoilers, sorry, I have like a voice crack. Once we get the full spoilers, we will know more about this. People will kind of draw some more details into it. But right now, it's just a silhouette. It could be the man who's off the coast, could be a brand new character, or I've seen people talking about this, but it could be Captain Kidd. You know, Kidd washed ashore, now he's just walking through the woods, which kind of makes sense because the woods are possibly the woods at the bottom, the underworld of Elbaph, right? I'm sure there's woods up top too, but of course that's just my guess, right? I do think he might be in the underworld, the first world as Loki calls it, and maybe they walk into Dory and Brogy, Robin, Frankie, Brooke, and all them, right? If they dock the ship, they have to go through the woods unless there's another way to get up to the Yggdrasil tree, and yeah, they just pass by him. Hell, maybe even Haruden and Stanson walk by this guy, because they were also in the woods last we saw. Another person this silhouetted character could run into would just straight up be Loki, right? Loki is tied to the Yggdrasil tree, so maybe this guy walks through the woods, and then he sees Loki at the very end, and Loki gives him the same deal he offered Luffy. I'll kill any pirate crew you want, and I'll also end the world. Maybe that's it. Maybe this person, if Luffy didn't end up taking the deal, will be the one who takes it. I think there is a chance for that. Or maybe this ties back to Louise AR note. Maybe this is the curse of Elbaph, or the reason why you shouldn't linger on the island. Who's to say? But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things here, man. And like I said, this chapter really does just feel like a fun time, right? We're finally gonna have some fun here on Elbaph. No more, you know, Lego cage, no more fake sun gods, no more real sun gods tied to a tree. No. It's time to let loose and live, guys. So with that being said, though, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really freaking appreciate it. I will be back if more brief spoilers do release, or when the full spoilers drop. I'll be here for both of those, and I'll catch you guys later. My name is Sai, and I'm signing out. Peace.